everyone. Welcome to the Trust the Plan podcast. I'm Nick.
And I'm Jim.
And today we're talking about the 2023 401k slash IRA slash 403 slash solo K slash simple IRA
There you go.
limits, right?
Yeah. SEP, did you say SEP?
SEP? Yep. I didn't say it, but it should be on the list. So, as you know, we have a lot of inflation right now. And so one silver lining with that is that the IRS has just released their 2023 contribution limits. And they also just announced the Social Security increase as well.
They got a big bump on Social Security.
Yeah, 8.7%,
something.
I think.
Yeah.
So that will be really nice for our Social Security beneficiaries, but also for our accumulators, 401s. So let's talk about the traditional 401k. It's where most people find themselves. This year, it has been $20,500, and it's going up like 10% to $22,500. There's never been an increase like this.
Yeah. That's what
Exciting.
I thought. That was a pretty big number. That was good.
And we also have our over age 50. Are you over age 50 yet?
No.
Okay.
Still not.
We have our over age 50 catch-up contributions, right?
Yeah.
So what is that?
That's at 7,500. So combined with the 22,500, you can get 30,000 into a 401k.
And you know, I remember back in like 2001 meeting with a client and being like, you guys, they're young, right? They're like in their early 30s back then. Like, hey, you are doing you're getting 30 grand into your retirement plans between the two of you. And you know, the plan looked great, right? Based on that. And it was like so many people weren't maxing out and they weren't taking advantage of it. But these guys, I just remember this one meeting, how happy I was and how happy they were, right? That they're hitting the 30 number, right? And now it's like 30 per person, right? So the capacity to save has exploded.
Yeah, absolutely. I remember back, man, I feel like when I started my career, it was like even in the 12s. Like that was the 401k limit.
Yeah.
And then it kind of went up to that 15 mark over a few years. But yeah, I mean, all those accounts, right? Like you said, the capacity to save has grown tremendously. I remember when IRAs were like 2,000. You can put 2,000. My dad used to tell me, I'm going to put all 2,000 in an IRA. And I thought, wow, 2,000. But
yep. So now, nice segue, IRAs. Okay. Today, an IRA for under 50 is 6,000, and that's going up to 6,500. And our catch-up contributions for over age 50,
another 1,000, right?
Yeah. 7,500.
Yeah.
Okay. So you can really do both for a lot of families, right?
For sure. You know, and at first I heard that number and I was a little disappointed and thinking, come on, only $500 more, but it kind of falls in line with that 10% range that is increased. So
exactly.
Yeah.
So if you are a single operator or self-employed, you can do a SEP or a solo K for under age 50, 66,000.
Up from 63 or something, wasn't it?
I think.
Yeah.
And now the catch-up, 73,000. It's like up 5,000. Okay.
Yeah.
So again, same theme here, but remember on the solo K, you can do pre-tax or Roth for the employee part, which is really exciting to have that choice.
Definitely.
So here's an interesting takeaway though, okay? So Vanguard, who's one of the large 401k sponsors in the market, okay, so they published an article saying that just 14% of employees are actually maxing out.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's great that we have these limits, right? You know, 22,500, but what good does it do if no one's taking advantage?
If you're not taking advantage of it, right?
Yeah.
It's interesting, kind of working in, doing some work in that 401k space for some different clients and their companies and things like that. And people really kind of go to how much do I have to put in to get the match? And then that's where they get stuck, right? So many people have a trouble going beyond that. But we did a podcast on that once, didn't we?
Probably. Let's remember an enrollment reading that is burned into memory, okay? Where they're getting a 4% match, immediately vested.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, what is this fee? right? And they're like, we don't want to take risk, right? So I'm like, okay, we'll check out the stable value investment option. This is like a money market, and it pays like 2% or something. But there's a 0.3% fee or something, I don't know. I'm just making it up, okay?
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to pay that. Okay, well then you're going to lose your 100% ROI by not participating in the plan.
Can you imagine giving up a free 4% so that you don't spend 0.0 or 0.3?
Honestly.
Yeah.
Honestly. So anyway, we want you guys to be aware that we have these increased limits beginning in 2023, and we encourage you and challenge you to take advantage and set a reminder for January 2nd, for that first weekday of the year, to log into your 401k, to log into payroll, and make sure that you've elected your deferrals to take advantage.
Yeah, that's a smart idea, because I bet there's a lot of people that we run into it. People that think they're maxing out without realizing that the limits have gone up, over the last few years. So, that's what we're doing here, right?
Yeah,
we're
they could be stuck on like 19,000 instead of 22.
Right.
And so that actually reminded me of something else. There is a difference between the max with an X and the match.
Yeah.
Oftentimes, back to your original point, people will say, well, yeah, I'm maxing out to the match. Wait, now I'm confused.
Yeah.
Just tell me what you're doing, and I'll tell you what the max is, right?
Right.
Like, so many people think that is the max,
Right.
and they're just misinformed.
Yeah, thinking that as long as they put in enough to get the match, that's the best they can do. But that's what we need to kind of dispel that information, because you can go well beyond that.
And if we want to follow the Peak Income 360 formula, it's got to be 10 or 15%.
Yeah.
Okay, for your entire career.
Yeah.
That's it.
Now there's plenty of capacity there to do it.
All right, so we challenge you to be part of the 14% that are actually going to max with an X.
Yeah.
Hey, if you'd like to schedule an appointment with us to have a conversation or to learn more, visit peakwm.com. See you next time.